All right, guys, sorry I'm not here today. Believe me, I wish I was, but you're about to take a quiz. I'm going to review you just a little bit for it. Make sure you use your notes and any homework that you have. That will help you out a lot when you're doing this quiz. So there's going to be a problem on there that says find the domain and range of something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put domain right here. Open up my notation, and then range right here. Now, I know this is the one y'all are having the most trouble with, so try to pay attention. This is the last time you're going to hear it before we take the quiz. So remember, domain goes from left to right. So I'm going to go over here and draw a line as far left as this goes. And if I count, that's 1, 2, 3, -4. So I'm going to put -4, and that's less than my x value. Now, if I look at the point, let me erase a little bit here. That is an open point, so it's not equal to as well. It's just less than. And I know that's less than as far to the right as it goes. And if I count very carefully, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If I look at the point, it's solid. That means it's also equal to. Now, if you mess up the inequalities, I kind of understand that, but you should be able to count how far left and right it goes. Now let's talk about the range. Range is from bottom to top. So I'm going to see how low it goes. It goes down 2. So -2 is less than y. And since it's an open point, it's just less than. Now I know that's less than the highest point, which comes up here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But since at that point it's solid, it's also equal to. Now, the graph on your quiz does not have numbers. You need to count really carefully. If you're off, I'll have to take off points. I won't take off a lot. If you put -2 to 7, I might take off a point. But if you don't get those numbers right, I'm going to take off a lot. If you put 4 and 10 or do them backwards, you're going to lose at least half your points. Let's look at another problem. There's going to be some on there that ask you, is something a function? And it could be asked a couple of ways. It could have like a graph, like this one. Remember, use your vertical line test. If it hits your graph more than once, that is not a function. However, if you had one maybe like this one from our notes, when I draw those vertical lines, it only hits the graph at one point each time. That is a function. So be careful. It could also be a series of points. Remember to use your vertical line test for that one as well. Remember, we can be continuous or discrete. Something with random points is discrete. Something that's smooth and all connected would be continuous. Now I'm going to come over here to the side and let's talk about some other stuff. Maybe I have an equation or a function that says f of x equals x plus 2, and maybe I have one that says h of x equals 2x. If I ask you for things like f of 4, you need to plug in the 4 for the x. Remember, we put a little parenthesis instead of an x, then we plug that number in there. Be careful in your calculator. Also, remember, if I said something like f of 2 plus h of 6, find both of those numbers just like we did here and then add them together. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that domain and range. Remember, domain are your x values, range are your y values. Guys, be careful on this quiz. You're going to have plenty of time. When you're done, take your quiz, staple your homeworks 3-3, 3-4, and 3-5 to the back. I want those in my box when I come pick them up later today. If you do not turn them in today and they're not here by the time I come in the morning, then you will lose half the points on those homeworks unless you are absent either Thursday or Friday. If you are absent on Tuesday for 3-3, that's not going to cut it. I want those homeworks. So if you've got them over half done, it's in your best interest to go ahead and turn those in. Also, we will do a clicker tomorrow. It's going to be over something on the review. The ones that we're going to do off the review, let's say numbers. It could be, let me erase this and I'll write it up here. So on your review, and I'll write this on the board, it should be up there. It's either going to be number 10, number 11, number 12, or let's say number 19. So make sure that you do those 4 problems today. If you do not, you're going to end up missing another plicker, and some of you have missed so many that you're going to get failing grades for it. So please, guys, do those 4 problems. Tomorrow when I come in, we will work on the review. There will not be a video, and I'm not going to do as many problems this time because that review is going to be a quiz grade. If you do not turn it in Wednesday when we take the benchmark test, it's going to be late. If you don't turn in the next day, I'm not going to take it. So please get that stuff done. No phones. Make sure that they are put up, and do your best. All right, good luck. I'll have your grades for you hopefully tomorrow, if not the next day.